How is it going, guys? From the title, you already know what it is. And today we have with us a Samsung Galaxy S4. Oh, I am excited for this one. Look at that textured back on this thing, the Samsung. Oh god, this is a trip down memory lane here for me. This was my first flagship smartphone, not my first smartphone, but my first flagship smartphone, and this opened a whole new world here for me. So we'll get into all that here today. Before we even say anymore, take a listen to this. Yep, that is prime TouchWiz for you. I love it. So what I'm going to talk about today is really the design in a whole, the build quality, especially this screen here. And we're also going to talk about what's it like if you were to probably use this phone here in 2025 as a main device, probably just a MP3 or just a media device here. I'll let you know my experience here. Yeah, let's get into it. So I got this phone I think it's been about 3 weeks now. I've been using this device here, not as my main driver, because to be honest, even though I love this phone, it makes no sense here. There's no point in using this as your main driver. You won't get software support, no more security patches, Android updates. You won't get app support like that. There are certain apps that do still work, such as like TikTok here, PUBG, Temu. There are some apps that you can still use here, but it's not going to be the best experience, to be honest. First thing though, let's take a look at this display here. Now this is a 5-inch 1080p Super AMOLED with that extra super in it, because Samsung wasn't playing back then, right? It has a PPI density of 441, I believe here. And let me tell you, this screen is sharp. This is a sharp, sexy display. I ain't gonna lie. This shit is sharper than a lot of the devices I've been using in recent years. Like some of the mid-range Samsungs, or even comparing this to the S20 FE here, it even looks sharper here. I don't know if it's just my mind playing games with me, but then again, it's a smaller screen too, so that does play a part in it. And even back when this phone came out here, I thought it was the best looking device. I'm not trying to be biased here just because I love this phone so much, but in terms of the design, this was beautiful. Let's take a look at the back. Got that single camera, that flash, again that textured Samsung logo, your speakers, it's going to be using that micro USB here, and this is a IR blaster here. I remember playing tricks on my mom. I'd switch the TV off and be like, oh, I don't know what happened. This is it. There are certain manufacturers that still do it, like Xiaomi. I'm not sure of any others right now, but they definitely still do that. I love that. And this is the headphone jack, old faithful. Wish we still got this to this day, but you know how it is. Companies got to sell them wireless earbuds. So, look at these two. This is one of my all-time favorite design features on any smartphones. What was it? I'm lost words right now. The back button as well as the menu button here. When they're lit up like this, I set mine to stay on in the settings because I think it's just beautiful and aesthetic. Got that home button too as well. This was made a great fingerprint sensor too, but they didn't get that till the S5 here. So there are certain things here that we take for liberty in these new phones here. For one, using this phone, the UI, it's pretty snappy. I ain't gonna lie, it is snappy here. It is running Android 5 here, typical TouchWiz here, lovely, great feeling here. But it is boggled down here. I'm not experiencing any lag right now. Maybe because I don't have much apps or I'm not using too much on the device here, but it is cluttered. It's really cluttered, and way back then as a young kid, I probably didn't notice, probably didn't care here. I didn't even know what a real flagship phone was until I got my hands on this. This was my first flagship phone here. Before that, I was using an Alcatel S Pop, a really cheap budget Android phone here. I just wanted to know I could play Minecraft and some games on it, and I was good. And when I got this, trust me, my world changed. Minecraft on this in 1080p, playing games on this, Real Racing 3, all that. was so much better. But look at this here. I keep, you normally can just swipe up on your device here to go to the app tray here. You gotta hit that button. It's something I keep doing here on this device here. I keep forgetting, I gotta hit the apps button here. Also, I gotta bear in mind here, this is not a recent apps button. It's not. It's a menu button. So in certain apps on the home screen, it opens a menu. So, to go to your recent apps on this, you'd have to hold down the home button. And then, you get access to your recent apps. But I gotta always remember that too as well. Let's go into the Play Store here. Let me just show you an example real quick. Oh yeah, and this phone is slow. It's gonna be slow. It is gonna be slow. You can't keep up here with a lot of things we do in this day and age in 2025 and beyond. Even way back for a few years ago, it still couldn't keep up. It's a slow phone. This phone is more of a collector's item than anything else here. What you can do on this phone though is use it as a media device, which I have been using as just listening to some music for a while here. Just downloaded some songs. I just wanted to use the device here, so I just did that. I just was listening to music on my phone and using my main device for something else here. So that's one thing you can do. You can also download movies and you can watch shows on this phone. But remember, the battery life is horrible on this device here. The battery has degraded. This is a removable back. I don't know if y'all remember this, but you can remove the backs of your smartphones. You could swap out the battery and boom, you're good to go again, 100%. But you can't do that again on these phones, obviously here. And the removable bag, as cool of a feature as it is, a feature, I believe it's the best decision to just let it go in terms of overall IP rating and even the durability of the device. I think it's probably the best option here. That's just my opinion. So what I want to talk about next is the cameras. It's pretty much what you'd expect here. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Trust me. Let me just take a quick picture here. Alright, so here is this. Alright, so alright, this is not a good photo. In terms of what we're used to now, looking at this is horrible. I ain't gonna lie. But back then, Samsung was the king of features. Look at this. Look at all these camera modes here. Auto, beauty face, best photo. These are stuff we're seeing in smartphones these days here, which we had back then on the S4 here. It even had its own night mode, which I thought was pretty cool. Is it good? No, it's not. I tried it. Autofocus, that it works sometimes. But in terms of the other features that this phone had here, when I say jam-packed, Samsung packed everything into this phone. Samsung was just trying to flex at this point, like, yo, we got it all. What more could you want from any device here? Smart pause, smart stay, the air gestures. Let me see if I can show you one. I'm going to show you a video too. Let me see if I can get one work here. Basically, you'd hold an app and then you kind of just sway. Nah, I guess it doesn't want to work for me now. Let me see if I can find it in the settings. And it's so annoying too that you can't search in the settings, which you can do on any smartphone now. Okay, air gesture. Let's see. There is a way you can. No, that's not it. Oh boy, I'm just gonna have to show you a video on screen here, but there are so many things that this device came with here, so many features. They're just too much. It was too much, to be honest. Looking back at it now, I can definitely see that it was too much. But overall, I love this phone so much, man. I could just stare at this phone all day, just look at it, play with it. This phone is definitely going into my collection here, man. Okay, I'm geeking too much. I'm finna bust. Okay. So yeah, this was the Samsung Galaxy S4. Check this out too. I want to show you guys. TikTok does work pretty great on this device here. Flawless actually. So I've had no issues with TikTok. So you can scroll. I'm not getting any lag from TikTok too as well. You know, it's not the fastest experience obviously, but it works just fine here. So certain social medias work, Instagram doesn't, TikTok works fine, WhatsApp no problem, and you can even play a few games on this device here. Is it the best gaming experience? No, I downloaded some older games from the time. I had Benji Bananas and Hill Climb Racing on that. Had to get an APK for Hill Climb Racing, but Benji Bananas was still on the Play Store. And I'm sure you see the PUBG right here, so I'm just going to show you guys how that is. I'm going to have to pause until this launches because this is going to take a while. It's been about 3 minutes, nothing yet. Oh, alright, let's see how long this takes. Hey, we're finally getting something, you know, another about 4 minutes in. The game is loading. So let's give it another 10 minutes to see if we can get into a match. Would you look at that? We made it. Okay, let's just... Okay, don't tell me the game has frozen. Nope. Okay. It's just painfully slow. I guess I'll have to pause the video again. Guys, do not take this up as your gaming phone. I don't know who would in 2025, but this is torture at this point. So just I'll be right back again. No joke. It took about 20 minutes to get to this point here. So in terms of the settings in this game, it is set to better frame rate here, and this feels horrible. Okay, this is not a good gaming experience. Obviously, I didn't expect you to have a good gaming experience in PUBG, but then again, it's not as bad as you'd probably think it would be. Let's just go on a bike real quick. So this is oh boy, I'm getting shot at here. Okay, let's try to get a kill. This is probably a bot here, so let's just... Okay, the bot be moving. Okay, if I kill you on an S4, I'm gonna die. Okay, we got this, we got this. Where they at? Oh god, it takes so long to turn. Ain't no way. As I said, this has to be a bot because there ain't no way. It's a new account on this device too, so it's a bot. Definitely a bot. We did. Alright, I think that pretty much wraps up everything you need to know about using this device here. And yeah, probably the best thing to do is just use it as an MP3 player. Even browsing social media, I wouldn't recommend. Just use it as an MP3 player. That's pretty much the only thing that I'd recommend you do with this device, because now it sucks at pretty much everything else. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel here. Help me to grow my channel and make better videos in the future here. Thank you for everything you've done, and I'll see you next time. Take care.